I watched the sunrise every day until one day I asked myself, if I were to watch this very same sunrise for the very last time, would I watch it any differently? Would I see how the different colors across the horizon, like a perfectly painted picture, would I know to bring my camera along, even though I know it will never be able to capture all its beauty? Would I see the ripples of light slowly emerging, filling in the very last bit of emptiness in the very eyes that lack color, that lack vision, to see how just a single sunrise alone makes life seem so endlessly present, yet we're still walking onto paved paths without asking about the paver. We're still seeing without asking about the sight giver. We are still floating upon thoughts that allow us to create, yet we never ask about the one who created us. We walk along the ocean shore, watching the architecture of the waves that reflect the rays of the sun so beautifully, yet we never send our thanks to him. And can you truly have a sun that does not nourish, that does not assist in growth, that does not feed the sun-kissed skin his vitamins? Do we not know that the clouds may not reveal his beauty, but we can still feel his presence? Do we not know that beauty is in what he gives, in what he sacrifices? Do we not know how to love the very star in the sky that shines so brightly only to set again each day? Yet even in lack of his presence, we still taste his flavor and still dust our shoulders from forgetfulness, because how can we ever forget about the sun? But with what arms or armor can we stop the setting of the sun? And are we not like him? Regardless of the might of man, we can never stop our thoughts from harboring him. We can never reach up and pull you out of your sky, because he knew, God knew, that if he gave us the power to do so, we would try to be just as beautiful. His rays would not burn us like our own envy. He knew. God knew that the sun should be placed in his beautiful skies in order for us to watch and see that the beauty of him is where our eyes will never not see. God knew that those who truly admired him in all his realities, they would climb the clouds to be like him, taking in his lights rather than taking his lights. Do you see how beautiful he is? That even the envious man will only fall in prostration to a Lord he may not believe in after seeing the beauty of the sun. Do you see how even the longest days are sealed with the kiss of a sunset amongst the skies, who await his departure every day and rise too? Do you see that love that drips from his edges like the sweet honey off the bee? It is the only source of nutrition one needs to live. And how beautifully does he complement life and adds life and gives life? Do you know now that he is life? Do you know now about all of his sacrifices? Do you know about the roundness of the sun that never tried to squeeze in corners because his rays would reach them without force? Do you know now that his love is only seen when not misused? Do you know now the eyes that cannot look directly at the sun can still feel his presence when our eyelids close? Do you know now about him, about him, about him that pinched color into our skin to see those vast colors of all that they have within? He sheds light upon Mother Earth and absorbs all of our sin. Do you see now? Do you know now about him? Do you know now about the sun that left to be the lifeline of our living? Do you know that he is the essence of our breathing? For do we know life without him? The sun, it dies every day. And every day it seems to come back stronger. And every day they try to eradicate all his rays, all his rays, all his rays. But don't you know, the might of man can never put out the sun. In honor of our Prophet Muhammad, may peace and blessings be upon him, raise your voices in the loudest of salawats ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Palestine is a land that needs no introduction. This is our Jerusalem. Sometimes it feels like I've only lived to die, but the reality is that I've hardly even lived. They tell me to take care of my youth and explore its wonders, but all I wonder is how growing old would feel. How reality begins to strike, feeling so surreal. The missiles start striking, asking if this is real, if the state beneath my feet is Israel. You see everything that I see, yet turn around and forget all about me. You walk on 2 feet, yet speak in human, but don't even know what that means. Sure, I've hardly lived and you did, but at least when I die, I still walk from Adam's rib. Maybe the fountain of youth is the only taste I'll ever know. But what is youth? When you've stripped us on borders, when you've stamped on us numbers, when you've peeled back our faces, when you've hit us with racists, when you've painted over apartheid while saying you're tongue-tied with white lies. Yet you still walk on our inside saying you want peace, as if peace comes from war. Drink, my child, drink until you are full, because the roundness of the moon will only stand so still, glistening over your corpse as it rots in the new sun's flames. But all you ever wished for was a shroud for your own remains. But what remains is our Jerusalem, our Aqsa, our hope, and our Palestine. أفلح من صلى على محمد وآل محمد. I'd just like to thank the Lebanese Youth Foundation for providing sisters like me with this platform, because we truly appreciate it, and all the other sisters that the Lebanese Youth Foundation have hosted as poets, as speakers, whatever it may be. And I would like to thank you all for attending and blessing this program. أفلح من صلى على محمد وآل محمد.